Hey, Wayne DeFrancesco here, and we're going to do a little video about how to shoot a video of a swing. If you've been watching my swing analysis videos and you'd like one of yourself, we want to give you a way to film your swing so that I can do a good job on your swing analysis. So we've got the camera set up the way I like to have it set. So I'll hit a quick shot here. So the camera is situated at about chest high, so it's a little below where it would be if you were standing up. So right about here. So you probably won't have your tripod all the way jacked up, maybe just a little bit lower than full up. The camera itself on the down the line view needs to be even with the hands. So a lot of times people will film and put the camera out on the target line. That doesn't give you a clear picture of the plane on the approach. This is the key spot right here to get the right angle coming through. So those are the two most important things. Now you'll notice that there's enough distance away from me that when I swing the club and I get up to the top, the club doesn't disappear out of the frame. It's important to watch the whole club at the top and not lose the face. And the same thing holds true in the follow-through. Now you'll notice that I'm using a pair of these sticks here. You can use clubs or whatever, but it's a good idea to get yourself lined up. The important thing here is that you are dead center. And wherever you play the ball in your stance, I'll be able to check that out also with these cross lines. So again, enough space away to get the full effect of the club head path. Now, as far as your shutter speed and exposure, I've got this camera set on 2000. You can go down to as low as 1500, or you can go above 2000 if you please. It doesn't really matter once it gets over 2000. Most cameras are automatic shutter, and if they're automatic shutter, that means that when the light gets dim, the camera will automatically lower the shutter speed to allow in more light. So if you're doing this at night, you better have a camera that has a manual shutter speed, because once the shutter speed goes down, the club head will blur and the shaft will blur, and I won't really be able to tell what's going on through the ball. So read your directions on the camera. Make sure that you understand how to set the shutter speed, and if you can adjust the exposure to get the light correct, then do that also. The best thing to do is to take a couple of swings and then go back to the camera, play it back, look at it, and see if it's taped the right way, because that's the way I'm going to be able to do my best job. If it doesn't work and you take the time to send it in, we won't be able to accept it, and then we'll have to do it over again. So again, that's very important. Have the camera at the right height, the right distance away, angled at the right point. Put your lines down. Make sure the lighting is good. Understand how your camera works. One of the things that'll make it easier for you, if you've ever looked at wide-angle lenses for your camera, that allows you to get a little closer in, so you don't need quite as much space. And then send me your video. One thing about the difference between a driver and an iron, when you get the camera on the hands, remember that the hands are going to be a little further. So readjust the tripod or tee the ball up so that the camera is still on the hand line. For this swing, I purposely set the camera on portrait mode instead of sports mode. When you read your manual, a lot of cameras will have a little golfer or a sports figure in the corner of the screen, and when you set it on sports mode, the camera usually runs at 2,000 or 4,000 shutter speed. Now I've set this on the wrong shutter speed, and this is what the swing will look like. So when you watch that, you're going to see a very blurry image all the way in the half of the swing where I'm hitting the ball.